a brand new aircraft, an aerobatic aeroplane. He was a young guy and he said, mate, I'm bulletproof. You cannot make me sick. And I thought, here we go, I'm going to take that on. And I went out and threw him around the sky, and he was fine doing the arrows. He was great. As soon as we leveled the wings to come home, he went green. And he said, I'm going to be sick. I said, spew in your beanie, for goodness sake. So he pulled his headset off and he upchucked in the beanie 3 times on the way back from Landsborough to here, and the last time just before we touched down. Credit to the beanie, mate, it was a woolen beanie and it held everything. It was like a basketball.
Every year, thousands of students across the country begin their flight training. Whether it's overcoming fear, a career in aviation, or the enjoyment of flying, students start by enrolling in flight school. On the Sunshine Coast, Go Fly Aviation, operated by Damien Wills and his team of instructors, work hard, have fun, and teach everyday people to fulfil their dream of taking flight.
This pen, what? I don't understand this pen. Why does it keep coming back?
Pull it out. Is it just straight down? Pull it straight out? Yep.
That's not going to be on film, is it? Oh my God.
My dad's an aircraft engineer, so I've grown up around aircraft. We've gone to air shows and stuff from a young age, and I've always looked at that as the kind of the ultimate dream. You know, watching aircraft, there's nothing better than seeing fighter jets and stuff fly over. And I mean, just that feeling in your chest you get when a fighter jet flies past you is absolutely crazy. So from that young age, I've always wanted to fly.
Nathan has been working hard between lessons and takes Damien through the classroom briefings he will give to students when he becomes an instructor.
Attitude. All right, do we ask them if they can guess why, or?
Yeah, okay, so
Yep.
why do you think that is?
Yeah, so why do you think that is? Yeah. Reduce your power first, you could stall the aircraft.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say
okay, yeah.
if we reduce the power first, and I haven't lowered the nose yet, what's going to happen to our airspeed?
Instructing seems to be the best way to build hours and become a better pilot. When you're instructing someone else, you actually have to know quite a fair amount about what you're talking about, and you have to know it well enough to be able to explain it simplistically.
Damien and Nathan continue the daily flights as part of his instructor training. It requires determination and commitment to see it through.
Flying an aircraft, in my opinion, is a massive achievement. And then being able to have the ability to teach someone else how to do that just is such a good sense of accomplishment.
Okay, wait up, stand on it.
My youngest 3-year-old, from the time he could look up, was absolutely obsessed with aircraft, to the point that if I bring him out here to the airport and I don't take him for a fly, he will crack it and chuck a tantrum for about 2 or 3 hours afterwards.
Smile. He actually does love flying once he's up in the air. Okay, ready to go flying? Thumbs up? Thumbs up. Yeah, let's go flying.
Turn it, that's good boy. Keep going, keep going. That's the way. Good, very good. Hold it there. A little bit steeper if you want to. There you go.
Was that fun? Yeah? Thumbs up. Say beauty, mate.
This airplane here is a beautiful example of a 1942 Boeing Stearman. It was designed as a trainer for the American Air Force, and thousands of pilots would have learnt to fly in this type of airplane. I'd learnt to fly in the gliders, obviously, and then with the Darling Downs Aero Club in the little Cessnas and Pipers, and the people that I worked for initially were buying and selling airplanes, so they'd buy something in, grab it, take the airplane, hire yourself an instructor, put some fuel in and go and learn to fly. So I did. To be in these old airplanes that were much older than me, doing aerobatics, low level, upside down, 200 feet in front of great crowds that really appreciated seeing the airplanes. I loved it right from the word go. I wanted to get involved in teaching people to fly because my love for it, I wanted to put that onto somebody else and just show people how much fun it was and how much fun you could have in learning to fly. So I actually love taking people up for the first time in the slings and just showing them what the world looks like from up above, letting them experience that feeling of flying and seeing the smile on their face when they come back, and they're just so excited when they come back and telling their family and friends how good it was.
Most people exploring a career in aviation don't go further than the trial introductory flight. For those who do commit and make it through the first few lessons, circuits is where the work begins. Stephen is beginning his circuit training with Sean. Once he has mastered the circuits, his instructor will recommend him for his first solo.
Circuits is a combination of everything that you learnt prior. Primary controls, secondary effects, all that sort of stuff, climbing, descending, turning, coordinated turning, balance, the whole lot. All compacted in the 6-minute cell, which a circuit generally is.
The aircraft will take itself off. Separation, rotation, 70 knots as you figure.
Yeah, Sean's a bit of a hard nut. He's like old school military, so he was just like 70 knots, 70 knots, 70 knots, 70 knots, 70 knots, 70 knots. Like we're taking off and then we're sort of doing our turns. He's like 70 knots, Stephen, 70 knots, 70 knots.
Turn base at 45-degree angle normally to the threshold, which is about now. Go, turning base, maintain 70 knots. First stage of flaps are out.
I'll do the calls, you just fly the plane. You aviate, I'll navigate and communicate, which is, so he's like, just fly the plane, 70 knots, 70 knots, 70 knots.
Second stage of flaps. Maintain 70. Nose up. At the moment we're climbing a little bit, don't want to climb, we're on the descent. So it's all our perspective off our shoulder to us and that threshold. Yep. Maintain 70 knots.
So by the time I came back, the thing I really appreciated about that with Sean was I knew every part of that circuit, and that was my first sort of like full lesson of circuits, but I knew every part of that circuit after doing that with Sean because he just drilled that into me. 70 knots, 70 knots, 70 knots.
See how we're crabbing in? Yeah. Yep. Maintain 70 knots. Oh! That's all right, come on round. That's just a bit of mechanical turbulence. We'll use a bit of power to go through it. Okay. That's fine. That's no good, I don't like it. Full power, we're going around. And climb. Slightly to our right, climb out to 70 knots.
The pilot in command needs to be able to recognise when the picture in the cockpit windscreen doesn't look right and make a split-second decision to get out of the situation rather than push a bad angle.
First time circuits, the conditions were lumpy and bumpy, and he flew the aircraft. And when I say that he flew the aircraft, he flew it with a level of confidence I've not seen in a student first time circuits. Usually it's too much because it's an overload, but it was well done.
Next time on Taking Flight. On the way there. Nathan takes his instructor training to the skies. Stephen begins sitting his exams. And Jackson gets ready for his flight test.
Okay.